Hi everyone, it's Matt McLennan with Kidder Mathews in Tacoma, Washington. Let's talk today about energy efficiencies in commercial buildings, most notably warehouse buildings. So if you look at Washington State specifically, we passed a new energy code a few years back. That new code was set to go into effect in July of this current year, 2023. It was then delayed to October of this year and again delayed until March of next year. So assuming it goes into effect next year in March, the biggest impact among many minor details is that every new construction industrial warehouse building roof has to be solar ready. So it has to have the infrastructure and really the weight capacity to support putting solar panels on those roofs one day. Now, I get this question often from my out-of-state clients on does it make sense to put solar panels on my roof there in Washington? We obviously live in a state that doesn't have nearly as much sunshine as many of our neighboring states. And so it really comes down to costs, right? I mean, you have to look at the evaluation and what kind of energy you're going to claw back from the cost to install that solar. I'll tell you candidly, to date, just about every warehouse building in our market does not currently have solar because the costs don't make sense. But we're heading towards a world where seemingly that is going to become a requirement. Now, if you look across other markets, most notably call it the Southwest Arizona market, is a great example where there is a much greater heat index down there. Those warehouses are actually often constructed with solar panels on the roof, HVAC in the warehouse to fully climate control and most notably cool those warehouses in the summer, and insulation, all of which again aren't considered normal here in Washington, but seemingly we're heading in that direction. If you look at climate change, whether you're a believer in the general climate change agenda or not, the reality is the data suggests that temperatures are warming. I know in talking with my clients, they feel that their warehouse buildings are getting hotter in the summer and colder in the winter. So I could see us not only from an energy code perspective, but also just as it relates to doing business on a day-to-day and more notably keeping those warehouse workers happy, heading towards a world where insulation and HVAC to climate control warehouses might become a more normal item. Today, I'd call it an amenity. Does it become normal or does it remain an amenity, but an important amenity to attract employees in a tight labor market like the one we're living now? Hard to say for sure. So I'd be curious to hear what you see on your buildings in your various markets, what's considered spec standard versus an amenity, and what you're seeing from your energy codes and requirements. Thanks for watching.